go down here and listen to the owl and then play Manbo's Mambo. Manbo's Mambo, back to the pond. We're gonna head back to town now, and we're gonna test out our Frog Song of Soul for the first time. Test out that theory of bringing back the dead. Had to get back to town. I feel like we've come this way before, but yeah, from Manbo's Pond, just straight south. And then west once you get down to this screen right here. Just follow the road. Here's the Cucco statue, and just give it a push from the bottom. And cut through here to find the remains of a long-dead Cucco, I guess, or a rooster. So use the Song of Soul. Watch the magic happen. That's the magic, by the way. This is the magic. Whoa! It's doing like an Elvis or something. He seems very friendly. I'd be friendly too if he brought me back from the dead. Well, I suppose depends on the context. I'm not inviting people to bring me back from the dead, nor am I implying I'm dead right now. Told you it's not the last time I would have done that. Played the song when I didn't mean to, but thankfully it was not the warping one. But anyway, so now with our blue friend, which we can pick up with the well, you'll see. We'll use it in a second here. Let's follow this path around. We're gonna go back to the castle, but go to the left here. And now, if you use the bracelet, pick up, just awesome. Find yourself secret seashell number 23. There's 3 to go for us. He'll carry you. It's pretty cool. So now we want to use Manbo's Mambo and head back to the pond. We're gonna go up to the mountains now. Poultrygeist, I like that. Poultrygeist. While he's carrying you, you can actually, if you toss the boomerang, and then while the boomerang is out, not now. While the boomerang is still waiting to come back to you, if you jump into the rooster's talons at that point, then the boomerang just kind of follows you around and makes for a nice attack, actually. Falls underneath you and just kills everything that you fly over top of. So pop up here. Your path is not easy, but you're almost there. I found another bird pal. Get out of here. This one actually helps me. Doesn't talk in riddles. Even enters caves. Not dungeons, mind you, but... So cutting through this path that we cut through earlier, actually, when we, I guess, found Pawpaw and, I don't know, some other stuff that was happening earlier. It's presumably all time-stamped. So you can either hookshot over here, or you can use your Poultrygeist to get you over there. But either way, you're getting 50 rupees. And we are now maxed out at all 9s on the counter. So have them take you back over, and then you can either use your Pegasus boots. I just don't want to go back into the inventory, so we're just going to side fly that. Go down, and then keep going right until you come to a big set of stairs. Enter this cave right here. And just fly around again, up top. And you might think, I could probably jump around that. I can make that work. Yes, you could. You could not jump around this, though. So, Blue Rooster for the win. Poultrygeist for the win. And there is our bird key. Again, didn't go all out on the design, but better than the face key. I'll give him that. So now you can either backtrack out or just drop down the pit to be sent outside. Not sure one way is appreciably faster than the other, so that's the way I'm choosing to do it. Head upstairs to find Luigi in this house. Out of the way. There's the move. Yep, fake me out Luigi. That rooster's actually flying. It's just like I said, huh? I haven't been here yet. Yes, that's how I got up. Well, that's how I've been getting around. Your move, Poultrygeist. The eye still looks a little undead. But there is secret seashell number 24. Hidden underneath that rock. Just east of Luigi's pad. Piece of power. No rupees would have been underneath that particular rock if you had already gotten the sword for what it's worth. In case you were curious. So come all the way to the west, and then I guess we gotta stab this instead. You can normally lift bushes, but this one needs to be stabbed apparently. Come on down in here and bomb the south area. Come on around and get yourself, finally, you saw it before, but this is heart piece number 11, the penultimate heart piece. Here in Link's Awakening, there's only 12. Which means we're going to get one more heart from those, and then exit back out, and then 2 more from dungeons, so we're in the home stretch here. Yeah, the music on the mountain is some of the best in the game. It's almost worth going up and visiting the wind fish, or the egg, just so you can get a taste of that music earlier on in the game. So now backtrack. Back down and this way. Going east. And then into the cave. And we're going to drop a bomb on this one dry square of land right here. And cut through here. And then, if you open any of these chests without getting them all and then exit, you go back in, they'll all be gone. So you need to do it the correct order. So cut through here and get yourself the penultimate secret seashell first, number 25. Yep, number 25, and now head back inside. So you can get this one straight away. They're all 20 bucks. It's not really that big of a prize, and there's no extra prize for getting them all, but... So get these 3, and then go straight up and push this one straight that way. Push this to the left, and now we have access to the final 2. But yeah, if you don't get them all in one sitting, and you accidentally, block one off, then yeah, you lose the chance of getting the rest of them. There you go. Alright, so now head back upstairs. And now we can go east and exit out the way which we have not yet. And climb up the stairs here and just kind of follow the path. This part's all pretty linear. Yeah, since I can't be bothered to pull out a boomerang or a sword or anything, just letting these keys just slap me around. It's fine because there is a fairy fountain actually just outside here. You got this? Go up the stairs here. And you'd think you could use the rooster to fly across there, but you can't. So just hop down there, hook shot, and then hop down. And then we can head inside for our fairy fountain, which we kind of need right now. So stressed. Yeah, that's another reason I like the blue armor, because you just go in the tank mode. It's definitely ideal for the lazy gamer, like myself, who just can't be bothered to open their menu screen 1,000 times during a playthrough of this game. Go west here, lift this rock, and unlock our penultimate dungeon here in Eagle's Tower. Poultry Guys is very excited about it. Hopping around. Love it. Alright, in we go. Eagle's Tower. So head east a couple times from the start. Eventually I'll get that feather out. Defeat the likes and get yourself a key. And let's use that straight away to unlock this door. Hit that switch, get yourself the mirror shield.
The mirror shield deflects virtually all projectiles from enemies at this point in the game, from fireballs to the occasional laser beam.
You can tell Nintendo's running out of ideas. Drop down that pit right there. Go west. Go south, and our stone beak for Eagle's Tower should be right here. There we go. Heading back north, and then go back to the east here. Once more. And then hit the switch right here, and then follow the newly opened path down. Go back through the previously locked door, climb the steps once again, and then drop down this open area to find yourself on the higher ledge here. The owl statue would have told us to drop down from the floor above to get to this chest. That owl statue there. And there's Kirby, everyone. Kirby making an appearance. Anti-Kirby, actually, I think better said. Yeah, they just cram them all in. They all have the same agent or something. I'm not really sure what the deal is, but get the horse heads matching once again. By which I mean on their head up. Boop, boop. Guess that's not why they're matching sometimes, because they're like already... I keep being under the assumption that if you don't get the first one to land heads up, that it's just free for you to throw again, but no. They're like, nope, that was your roll. And that's why they're resetting these, even when it seems like I have a matched pair. Yeah, Smash Brothers before Smash Brothers was a thing, because of all of the many cameos that you get in this game. But anyway, get yourself the map. That's what I'm trying to say. Head south. East through here. And you can talk to the owl statue, give you a clue. When the pillars fall, so we need to use this giant bowling ball. Let's put it over near where this opening is. And then grab it quickly on the way out. It's like that mini-boss's toy from before. But coming from the left side on this pillar, because you don't want to accidentally throw it down one of those pits, but toss it at the pillar. Head south, and then toss this one from the south side. That's 2 pillars. There's 4 that we need to knock down with this ball. Those ones were easy. The next 2 will not be quite so. Take this one up and around. And we got a match 3 of a kind here. Not sure the ball's the most efficient way to do this, actually. Boomerang might be the better play. We need hearts. That would be after the club. Club's the only suit I never understood. There's the compass for you. Based on its I don't know what a club is meant to be. I get the spade. I get the heart, I get the diamond, but club always seemed the odd suit out. Anyway, take your giant ball and toss it on the other side of that guardrail. That'll be waiting for us once we come back around. So go down the stairs there. Take out Auntie Kirby with 3 or 4 boomerangs there. Yeah, not the first time I think we've seen this pillar concept. Or maybe not the last time, better said. Let's try the shield approach here, the lazy man's approach. There you go. Very nice. And that opens the door for us, and there we come out on the other side to toss this into that pillar. Toss the ball over the pit, jump over the pit, grab the ball, move that block and go south here, and then toss this in the crystal room on the other side of that gap. And now we're going to make our way back where we came from. This time going north. And actually going down the stairs here. Then going back around, there's Auntie Kirby once again. Then go upstairs. This time we're going to go down to fight Hinnix once again. Was he blue before? I don't know. Boomerang's the way to go, though. Don't toss me in the pit. Just 4 boomerangs gets it done. We did not have the luxury of the boomerang before. So drop down that pit there, climb up to find the final secret seashell. That is all 26 here in Link's Awakening. Beautiful. So now I can go grab that sword when it's convenient. We've been doing alright without it, honestly. Boomerang is pretty much just as good, if not better, than that sword, despite the fact that the sword also shoots projectiles out of it, but... match up some diamonds here. Nice. And that makes the chest appear, which we'll use to hookshot to in a moment. So now pick up our beloved wrecking ball here. Toss it to the other side. We're almost home. So go back through the one way here. And once again, get out that shield. Pass through here, and we're going to bomb between these 2 torches here. Cut through here, and then bomb once again. You can kind of see the tell if you were on either side of this to see. Can't go over the poles, try throwing things you have in your hands. Well, anyway. So use our hook shot here. Get some bombs. More importantly, get ourselves our wrecking ball once again. Take this north, finish the job. And this will do some serious redecorating to Eagle Tower. The entire 3rd floor has been kind of rearranged. Actually, we could have gone there earlier if we'd climbed the stairs, which we're about to climb. You just couldn't really go everywhere, but just for what it's worth, want to acknowledge that. We could have checked that out earlier. I've still got my shield, right? Yeah. We're good. So, go ahead and yeah, I don't think we need to mess with the crystal there. I think it's good as is. So just drop down on this side. Make sure that those things are depressed in the floor so you can actually come through here when you go up the stairs. Yeah, this was here earlier. It's just in a slightly different... Anyway, Grim Creeper.
Boss beaters. Grim Creeper lets his mini baddies do the heavy lifting for him. But if you stand in just the right spot, you can go on autopilot, just repeatedly tapping the stab button to take them all out before any of them can leave the screen as they fly at you. For what it's worth, if you miss, they'll all come back in a different formation. The second time, just stand to the left of the top door and face down. By virtue of how you swing your sword, you'll have an even more reliable spot to take down the baddies in their second formation. If you miss one this time, well, you're on your own. Just react accordingly. Not difficult, and way more than I need to say about this one.
Thank you, Gary. I did need that second spot, so glad you covered it. Thank you very much. So stab the switch, push both of these towards one another, and we'll get ourselves the Nightmare Key. So staying up on this floor, head to the west here. Just a floor of Goombas at this point. That's fine. And just heading straight for, actually, if you come up here and then toss these horse heads, you can get yourself some more of the secret medicine. What is this, our third secret medicine that we have at this point? Whew, alright, that was a gimme. Glad they don't take it away when you unmatch them. Secret medicine. Hope this stuff's not habit forming. Grabbing a lot of this stuff. I feel like Link keeps applying it too, or Prof. But pop up that little staircase there, hookshot your way across, follow the path around, and we've reached the boss. An Evil Eagle.
Boss beaters. Evil Eagle is notable because he's one of those bosses which can knock you out of the arena, meaning off the ledge. Should this happen, you won't take fall damage, but the damage counter on the boss will reset. As such, the strategy is obviously to stay in the center of the platform whenever possible, using either the level 2 sword or the hookshot. It takes 6 hits to take the boss down, so have either of these in one hand. Note that if you're using the hookshot, you need to hit the boss in the beak to deal damage. The sword will deal damage virtually anywhere you land, but yeah, something to keep in mind. In the other hand, make sure you've got your shield, as when the boss flies in diagonally, he'll immediately start flapping his wings to push you off. If you start out in the center of the platform and push against him, he'll still be up there by the time he relents, but make sure you put your shield up during this to block the feathers, which will otherwise knock you off instantly. Charge shots with the sword are not advisable because by the time you register the boss is about to blow you off the edge, you won't have time to let go and get your shield up in time. Otherwise, the boss just flies back and forth at various heights or drops down and charges at you. Any of these can be completely blocked with the shield, by the way, but yeah, just be quick with your attack. Aim for the head, that beak right there. If you go the hookshot route, take him down.
Excellent strategy, especially for someone like me who's still got the level 1 sword. Hookshot for the win. Thank you. I mean, a lot of bosses have told me this is all a dream, so I have to think by the end of this game that will not be the case. That's just classic throwing you off the scent. Storytelling 101, right? Another 101, but yeah. Drop back down, go into the door there, and jump off to the right to find the organ of evening calm. The music of the Ocarina leads to one of the greatest games, maybe the greatest game of all time in Ocarina of Time? I don't know, but drop off the right ledge there. And so with no secret seashells remaining, I could go get the upgraded sword now, but that would be out of the way, so I'm just going to press on as is. for you good people. I think we've been doing okay without it. So, let's pass through these caves here. Levels all over the place sometimes when you enter some of these caves. But just backtracking here. Still faster to do this than go back to Manbo's, because we want to stay up right here and go to the west ultimately. If you're wondering what happened to Poultrygeist, our fine blue feathered friend, he's hanging out with Loogie. This flying rooster is the greatest. Good for them. Good for them. All right. So, before we head out west and help Marin, we have one last photo to take. Well, penultimate photo for our purposes, I suppose. This one's a little out of the way, just to the east here. Defeat this enemy first, then walk around the midpoint of the screen. And our buddy, the photographer, this represents your adventures perfectly. I'll call this one Close Call. I'm too close. I should back up. Ah! I love Link's concerned look right there, but there is photo 11, Close Call. We'll grab the final photo when we return to town one last time after this last and final dungeon. I'll grab my sword then too, actually. When it's more or less, somebody help, hey prof. Some monsters put me up here. That's not what monsters do. That's not monsters' MO. They don't put people on precarious situations. Just another instance of Marin coming on too strong, but anyway. Say it. Say it. Ah, Terran. Always showing up to ruin the mood. Oh well. Shake there. Alright. Al's like, you should ask her out. Alright, the song. It's a song of awakening. Did she actually intend to wake the windfish? The next siren instrument is in the west. Show me your courage. What have I been doing this entire past 3.5 hours? Stupid owl. Anyway. So, we can drop down into this pit this time. We just popped in here before to get ourselves a heart piece, but now we can actually finish the job. Cross over here. Gotta have your requisite boulders dropping down. Get yourself a 50 spot there, which is completely redundant for our purposes right now. What's not redundant is lifting this rock and getting our final Mad Batter upgrade. Time to finally double our magic dust, and I'm gonna say it right now, I don't think we needed any of these upgrades, but... Hey kid. A computer? Sure, let's do it. Say no and he'll go right back to it, so sure, do your worst. You deserve it. Look at all that magic dust you have to carry around. Alright. Cool. So I did not mean to do that. Do not do that. Go west from the Mad Batter. Drop down here. And bomb this wall. And here you can use the shield. Actually, it's possible to play this dungeon before Dungeon 7. If you let the flames kill you and you have one of Crazy Tracy's medicines active, then you'll die, but you'll come back and you can use that temporary invincibility when you come back to life to just walk through the flames. So, for what it's worth, if you want to play 8 before 7. But anyway... Pop up here and play the Frog Song of Soul. A long game. Get your sword out, and we're not even gonna waste Gary's time with something like this. Just go ahead and do, I think it's 8 charged stabs, or if you got the level 2 sword at this point, which you probably do, it's just 8 regular stabs. You gotta do the charged ones. Alright, so go north, defeat the red Aramer looking Vire there, and go west, defeat these doofy looking ropes. Go north, and just, really? Why are you still here, Anix? You haven't been a threat to us. It's been a while. I don't think you were ever a threat to us, but... So this is fun. This is like something out of Mario Paint. Oh, I didn't do that right. We need to fill up all the gaps with this thing. It reminds me of something from Mario Paint. I don't know. Do we need to do a class on Mario Paint, by the way? And what would that look like? So grab your 20 rupees, if you care. Grab your 50 rupees, if you care. I remember when we were doing our class on Ocarina of Time, and single boomerang takes down Rolling Bones. How the mighty have fallen. Kill this Vire for a key. I remember in Ocarina of Time, just that game in general, when you get to the end of that game, just rupees become so unnecessary, and you're just swimming in rupees. You have no need for them. You keep finding them everywhere, but anyway. Come down around this way to get yourself the compass. And now it's faster to play Manbo's Mambo to head back to the top. The clap next time I do that. Alright, back at the start. Once again, we're going to head north. And this is a route we'll be very familiar with by the end of this dungeon. So push this one up and to the left. But really, we just want to jump across and bomb this little entry here. Push these out of the way to get yourself the map. / old-timey computer punch card, program card, and go through that passage you just made to go down the underground area. Just, yeah, it looks like we're about to do battle with Bowser at this point. Princess is in another castle. You're gonna make me switch my stuff, aren't you? Gotta defeat the ropes to open the door here. Get the stone beak while you're in here. And another smasher here. Same strategy. Just toss his favorite toy in his face 4 times. That was pretty satisfying. Yeah, and then that ultimate prize of getting all the Skulltulas. Alright, same idea here. You want to fill the entire screen. Not like that. Yeah, getting all the Skulltulas gives you the unlimited rupees, essentially. You're like, but I have no need for these rubies at this stage in the game. So just trace it, go northwest, and then work your way back down around. That'll earn you a key in here. A couple screens ago, going north was just kind of a longer way, by the way, to ultimately go where we're ultimately going. The same way, just without the any redeeming qualities. So in case you were curious at that little junction there. So push this up here and then push this tile off to the right. Then unlock that block and go to the right here. Unlock this door. Go through the one-way door here, ignore those stairs, and defeat these Zolls to go north. We can bomb that left wall, but we have no cause to do that right now. Talking to that statue, he says we can bomb those two. I think they reveal like an arrow on the floor that's pointing to that left wall, which lets us know that we can bomb it, but I'm here to tell you we can bomb it, so... Who needs a talking owl? Don't worry about fighting these Dodongo snakes just yet. They will drop a chest on the above area, but we need to leave this dungeon altogether before we can actually get to that area, so you gotta kill them from above. That's what I'm trying to say. There's our, what I think is our 4th secret medicine, by the way. Hopefully you can't overdose on this stuff. That is a lot of unnecessary secret medicine. Goombas are smiling like they got some secret medicine. Use the hook shot here on the Bowser statue to get across. Looked like he got some secret medicine based on that expression. So we're back in this room, so pass through the one-way once again and bomb the west wall. Cut through here. Unlock that block. And we can bomb the, yeah, that worked out. Gotta defeat that rope to get through to the left. You can bomb that down there, but that's... I don't think that's necessary, but just want to point that out. A lot of bombable walls in this game. Not all of them matter. So we're gonna bomb... You can kind of see it lit up for a second for some reason, just by reading that. But we can bomb the west wall here as well. The statue looks strange, shoot it with the bow. It looks like all the other statues that look like that, but I will shoot it. Get ourselves a key from that. You get some loot if you go down south. In this particular room, I think it's just a couple hovering things. There you go. Work your way back up here. Push this out of the way to get yourself another key. And jump back over, retrace your steps, go north now. And defeat these enemies to get ourselves through that west door to open up here. Kinda got Red Arimer vibes. He's not nearly as dangerous as a Red Arimer from Ghosts and Goblins. Very shy. I think I should just let him come to me. I think I'm spooking him by tossing or getting too close. Coming to me, buddy? We doing this? Eventually he'll charge at you. There you go. There I go. Alright, going west. Got 50 rupees in this chest, gotta point it out. Useless as they are. God, open a savings account or something, Link. That's such a waste, but... Exit outside, and you'll find yourself the final heart piece here in Link's Awakening, number 12. And now we have, doing the math, 13 hearts. Just one final one to get from the boss at the end of this dungeon. So press on to the east. And this was that 4th and completely unnecessary warp that I mentioned earlier. The other 3 we've used once or twice. Not so much this one, but we're going to unlock it just the same. I think the only reason you would need to take this one is, I don't know, if you accidentally played Manbo's Mambo outside, I don't know. But there it is. And you had to get back there relatively quickly. But you can see now why I said wait on the Dodongo snakes. Now we're back inside. We can fight them to get the prize, which appears up here, which we would not otherwise be able to get. This could take a while. We didn't get a chance to get to this earlier, but Fluff, I understand you have some regional differences to point out?
For giving the fisherman his hook will give us the mermaid's necklace in this version. I say this version because in the original Japanese, as well as French and German versions, Link receives a pink bra instead of the necklace. It's no surprise Nintendo of America deemed that inappropriate during the height of their censorship policies. The mermaid's whole nervous vibe suddenly makes a whole lot more sense now, by the way. There were plenty of other small changes which were presumably meant to get the US version to adhere to the aforementioned censorship policies, like the modeling hippo and the animal village having breasts, which were removed in our version. Okay. The same mermaid also calls you a pervert in the Japanese version, for obvious reasons if you try diving around her while she's topless.
Yeah, I think whoever came up with the censorship policies for Nintendo back in the day, their head may have exploded had they left that in. So now we're going to play Manbo's Mambo to return to the entrance of this dungeon. And for the 100th time, I think, we're going to go up and to the right. Feels like the 100th time. Grab your toaster. Complimentary toaster for being a good sport. Come on around this way. Then push this to the right here. And go across to the right. And we can bomb this wall here. Gonna go up and just hit this crystal. Remember the bombs in Link to the Past would like hit them twice. So I just to be ultra safe, I'm just gonna smack it with something else. But go back to the west, drop down, and then ultimately come back here. Because, yeah, again, this would all be lava once you came back to this room otherwise. But now, push this once again all the way up there, push this block into the lava. Go east once again. That what you mean, go east twice. And then through the one-way door. And go west through our passage which we made. West one more time. And then go up and unlock this. It seems like you can get up here without having to go this way, but because those two lights are blocking the way, I'd say you gotta do it. But yeah, hook shot across there. Mind the wood beam in the center. I'm trying to cross. There you go. And only thing to do is drop down here and fight Blaino.
Boss beaters. Blaino is one of the fastest moving bosses we've encountered, but he can't take much of a punch himself. Whether he's shadow boxing in place, doing a wind-up for a charging attack, or just chasing you around, the strategy is just to charge up your sword and go above or below him, keeping a few link lengths between you two as best you can, then jump toward him as you unleash your attack. This pretty reliably hits him, and 4 charged attacks will quickly take him down.
Alright, thank you, Gary. Now you can burn things. Burn it, burn, baby, burn. Did Marin write that description? My goodness. Alright, Blaze, final item, the magic rod.
It's that classic and reliable time late in a Legend of Zelda game where they give us an item which suggests they had run out of ideas by this point. In Link's Awakening, that distinction falls to the magic rod, yet another offensive weapon which fires projectiles, in this case, setting them on fire. In its defense, it's a very powerful weapon and one which you can fire repeatedly, which makes it superior to the hookshot and boomerang. Not to mention, it's a way to light torches you either can't or are just too lazy to light up close.
Alright, thank you very much, Blaze. Excellent work today. We're going to use our new toy to light these two. And get ourselves one more key. Back in this room. Gonna head back. Just 2 shots. Poor Hennix. Didn't even stay to watch him die. That's how fast he goes down with that. Even the red Aramers have difficulty with the magic rod. Probably more OP than the boomerang, actually. But this time, it's finally time to take these stairs here. We'll use our magic rod to clear out this ice, which we wouldn't otherwise be able to get through. So jump here to the second row. Clear those out. Come on down here and unlock this door. And another Hydrosaur. It's the same strategy as last time. Just jump in doing our charged shots. Like so. Close. Done and done. And this one, we got to fill in the entire room, so go up, and then all the way to the right, and then down, just kind of hug the top at this point. That's a good way of describing it. Just basically always be hugging the wall. ABH. TW. Or the rest of the floor, I guess, better said. But there is our nightmare key, our final nightmare key. Bittersweet quality in my voice as I said that, but keep going this way, go south here. Grab some loot. Once again, push one of these in the lava and jump across. Follow this passage around. Down here. And jump to the right and follow this passage around. Climb the stairs. And then jump to the right. And we could have come here earlier, but for obvious reasons, we couldn't have gotten anywhere. Now, why is the ice alive? Makes me feel a little guilty. The ice isn't... It's like the only thing in this game that's not hurting us. This block of solid ice. It's very cold. So you can just... Maybe there's a better way to do that. I don't know, but that works pretty well. I know this, you gotta hit the bottom row, and then come over a couple columns. Burn that out, melt that out. Can I get up here without talking to the ice again? Nope. I assume we're talking to the ice. Anyway. Gary, tips on Hothead?
Boss beaters. Hothead unaccountably is vulnerable to the flames of our magic rod, so just post up at the bottom and fire at him with it when he surfaces. When you hit him, he'll temporarily be stunned, allowing you to get a lot of hits in on him. Otherwise, just move back and forth with him as he bounces diagonally off the walls after that initial hit. Midway through, he'll shed his form to reveal a smaller head, but the strategy remains the same. The only thing to be wary of in this battle is the splashes of fiery molten lava which come out when the boss dives underneath, as these will deal a lot of damage even with the blue tunic. After running this boss again and again, I couldn't nail down a precise number of hits he takes as it varied each time, so suffice to say a bunch of hits, somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 18, will win this battle.
Alright, thank you very much, Gary. Just your classic example of fighting fire with fire, apparently. Yeah, let's get some percussion. Finally, the thunder drum. Yeah. Say it again. Can't wait to hear the entire band. All together. Yeah, fight fire with fire. That makes sense. The egg on the mountain calls. Alright. So, play Mambo's Mambo now to return the town. Alternatively, you can go to the east and jump off the ledge and go southwest through the forest, but I'm going to play it and grab the upgraded sword finally. So just a quick little diversion here. But then I'm going to play Mambo's Mambo to go back there again anyway, so you can pick up from that point regardless. You're going to want to play that tune regardless, is what I'm trying to say. But so heading back to the Seashell mansion. Just following this road here. South here, east here. And better late than never. Finally got ourselves the Covalent Sword. Sweet. My job here is finished. case you were curious, there's no extra incentive to getting all 26 seashells. It's just for the personal glory, which will always tell you how to achieve. As I put my Tony Robbins hat on, apparently. Got a new sword. You should put your name on it. Right? Like, they've been saying that about everything. My shield, my old sword. And again, playing Manbo's Mambo again. Someone gonna... Do I have a problem with someone stealing my stuff back in the last game or something? Make sure you put your name on it. Okay, Mom. Anyway. After that last dungeon, play Manbo's Mambo. Go south back to town one last time. And we're finally going to get that final photo. We're going to play a thief. Play the part of a thief. Put our Thiefy McSteals hat on. Alright, so to steal something, let's take the cheapest thing in the shop. So stand just above him. When he looks at you, quickly go left and down to get out. Are you proud of yourself? You got it for free. The game makes you feel so terrible. And they rename you Thief. That's the best part. Everyone calls you Thief from now on. Fantastic. I wouldn't have done it, but it's literally the only way to get all 12 photos. Anyway, pop back into the library and read with the magnifying lens, which we've had for a while, this bottom right book, and it's going to tell us the path we need in the final stretch of this game. Left, up, left. Alright, that's pretty straightforward. So, write this down. There's like 4 or 5 combinations, and it's unique for every game, so just make sure you know what your unique path is. Otherwise, you'll just be walking around in a maze when you get to the final area, but alright. At this point, play the Manbo's Mambo one last time. From Crazy Tracy's, head east and north, and then if you're on the non-DX version, just go north again. But we gotta check out our pictures over this run, right? Yep, we're out of film. That means we've taken all 12 photos, The Travels of Thief. The game makes you become a thief to get every single photo. If you want to 100% this game. Let's relive all of them. Alright, that's when no means no. There's the one with Marin. There's the second one with Marin when we fell down the well. There's Taryn blowing up our shot. There's Ulrira. There's us with the chain chomp. There's that's the best one. That's us being a thief. Makes me so happy. Anyway, there's the rest. I like that one a lot too. Me and Richard outside the castle with the ghost, and then the one where the photographer fell off right there. Alright. Alright, it's time. Time to finish this, so going northwest, just lift these 2 rocks here. Head east once, up the stairs, and it's time for the private concert. Will the owl be on hand for this one? I don't know. Make sure I don't accidentally play Manbo's Mambo. So play the Ballad of the Windfish to start the concert. Boom. Oh yeah. Little ahead of the beat. Whoever's on the brass, slow it up. Worth it. It's like Milan's Secret Castle when you get the whole band together. The time has come. The windfish awaits. Enter the egg, hoot hoot. Okay. Alright, so go north one screen and then just drop down into the pit. And this is where our code comes into play. So for me, it was left, north, east, north. It's just like a needle on a speedometer or something going back and forth, or whatever analogy you like, I don't know. And then north one more time. And then if you did it right on that 8th move, you'll be able to drop down here. It's time for the final boss, Shadow Nightmares. Alright, this is a multi-phase boss, so Gary, how about you kick us off with the first phase?
Boss beaters. I'm pretty sure the final boss here in Link's Awakening sets a Video Games 101 record for the most phases in a single boss. We begin with the first phase, where the Shadow Nightmare becomes a kind of giant Shadow Zal. Simply just toss a bit of magic powder on the boss when they bounce at you. They'll disappear, then repeat, so do it again, hit him with the powder 3 times to move on to phase 2.
Alright, thank you, Gary. Alright, phase 2.
Boss beater. The second phase is just like the Aghanim battle in Link to the Past, and it's basically the same strategy. In this case, I recommend getting right up in his face and stabbing away as he's about to launch a projectile at you for a guaranteed chance to bat it back at him. This comes with the immediate risk of the odd times when he fires off one of those plus sign shaped shots at you, which track you and are very difficult to deflect. But if you're as eager to beat this game as the professor clearly is, just stay close and swipe away to get the 4 hits necessary to get to the third phase.
Thank you, Gary. I'm willing to roll the dice, roll the horse heads, to use Link's Awakening lingo. Alright, phase 3. Gary?
Boss beaters. In the third phase, it's basically a shadow repeat of Moldorm. Again, if you're especially eager to beat this game, just stay as close as you can to the tail and hack away to get the 8 hits or 4 charged hits in to get to the next phase. These are level 2 sword numbers, by the way, as I'm sure everyone at this point has the upgrade.
Alright, thank you, Gary. Alright, how about phase 4?
Boss beaters. In the fourth phase, it's a sort of repeat of one of the phases in your battle with Ganon in A Link to the Past. He'll send flame bats at you, so just sidestep them along with his axe staff when he tosses it, while you charge your sword and unleash spin attacks on him when you get a window. Spin attacks are the only way to damage him in this form, mind you, and 6 hits will move you on to phase 5.
Thank you, Gary. At phase 5.
The barely worth mentioning 5th phase simply requires you to land a single shot from your magic rod on his head. That's all there is to it, but don't smoke him yet, as we have one final phase to go.
Simple as, and the final phase. Gary, take us home.
Boss beaters. For the final phase of the final boss here in Link's Awakening, you have 2 choices. First, you can hit him in the eye when it's open one single time with your boomerang to instantly defeat him. Yes, seriously, that is an option. For the arguably more satisfying, or at least honorable route, equip Rock's Feather on one button and the bow and arrows on the other. Move so that you're always in front of his eye, and jump over the arms when they swing around at you. When the eye opens, fire 1 or 2 arrows in before it closes again. Be opportunistic and get those shots in when you can to finally stack up the 16 arrows necessary to take down this final form and defeat the final boss, or just throw a boomerang. But whichever strategy you opt for, I congratulate you, class, as you have just beaten a classic in The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Alright, thank you very much, Gary. Excellent work today. Excellent work to all my TAs. No death, run secure. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Again, that was all just misdirection, right? This isn't actually a drink thief. You have beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you. It was a 10 rupee heart. Give me a break. You really that bent out of shape? I'll give him 999 right now. How about that? The guy can retire. It's like I just had to do it to prove to my friends that I was tough. I mean, thief. The hero. You have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. I love that they rename you. As part of the Windfish's spirit, I am the guardian of this dream world, but one day the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Then you, thief, just to remind everyone what a dirty, dirty thief you are. Turning back the nightmares. Thank you, thief. My work is done. Just, maybe don't rob me when I turn around. Don't mug me. Whoa, alright, maybe this was a dream. I take it back. Or that's what happens after you take 4 of those secret medicines. You start to see this kind of stuff. Oh my goodness. Verily, it be the nature of dreams to end. When a dust wakened covalent will be gone, only the memory of this dreamland will exist in the waking world. Making you wonder, what was the point of all this? Besides the memories. Come, thief. Let us awaken together, but stay away from my wallet. Play the 8 instruments. I love that song. I'm like, okay. Classic Legend of Zelda fashion. Getting the shots all over the island or the land. Although, again, bittersweet. That's the name of this game. It was all a dream. It's all vanishing. All these people. We'll never see them again. Although it lends credence to the idea that Marin was just... Because this follows Ocarina of Time chronologically. So Marin was just our memories. Marin and Tarin are just our memories of Malon and Talon from Ocarina of Time. It makes sense. Just like I suppose the owl was our memories of the owl from that game. It's just part of the dream. It is Twin Peaks. There you go. Surreal. Not even wearing my blue tunic. Actually, it looks a bit more blue there. The body part versus the hat. 2 different shades, certainly. What's this, though? Maybe it wasn't all a dream after all. How about that? That sits a little better for me, though. That kind of like, it's a great game, but what was the point had none of that actually happened? That's more green right there, but... By which I mean that is actually green. Alright, as we get the credits now, at the end of this, we'll get the payoff for all of our effort, the no death run. And Fluff, how about it?
Beating the game without losing a life gratifyingly earns you a small Easter egg during the ending. After the credits finish, if players haven't died a single time throughout their run, they'll be treated to a portrait of Marin in the sky, which fades to reveal a seagull. A nod that Marin got her wish she confided in per, thief at one point during the game, that she wished to be a seagull, fly away, and be free. For what it's worth, in the original Game Boy version of the game, players see Marin's sprite flying across the screen with wings above the words, "The End." Again though, just very satisfying reward and just that little extra incentive to achieve a no-death run in this classic.
Thank you very much, Fluff. I like any kind of incentive for the no-death run. Makes you feel like you're working towards something, but big thanks to all my TAs today for helping me out. Fluff, Blaze, and Gary, mentioning them all by name when you have a class of this length, this depth. Absolute classic right here, as we're hopefully going to see Marin here in a moment. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to enroll in Video Games 101. We do one of these classes every single week in the same spot. We'd love to have you enrolled. Click that like button too if you don't mind. Really does help us out to make future classes for you. And leave a comment. I think we've, on multiple occasions, asked you to comment on this or that, favorite glitches, favorites, anything you want to talk about. Just how much you love this game, and yeah, do you agree that it's maybe a little bit underrated in the grand scheme of the Legend of Zelda series? A lot of great games, so that's to be expected. A lot of competition there, but yeah, this has always been one of my favorites. Special thanks to Mr. Koji Kondo there. Special thanks to you, class, for attending this one. One of our longer ones, relatively speaking. Certainly worth it, though. Of course, gotta give a shout out to Mr. Miyamoto. And Hiroshi, of course. But there you go. And now? I didn't die without realizing it, did I? What's this on? There she is. Nice detail. And then, as Fluff mentioned, transforms into a seagull, flies away. Just lovely. Lovely, lovely stuff here on Video Games 101 this week. I'd like to thank you for playing, and I would like to thank you on behalf of all of my TAs for watching this one. But that's our time for this week, class. We will see you next week in the same spot for next week's class right here on Video Games 101. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you. And check the description of this video to see what song is playing right now.